So, a bit of story time. The owner of the shop had this inspection terminal. This is what a vehicle inspection terminal looks like in the United States. I don't know about the rest of the world. But, it's no longer functional. It had been having a lovely issue, apparently, where it was just forgetting all the information about the station. You'd plug it back into all the text fields and hit enter, and it would go to the next page, and all of the text fields would be blank, and it'd be like, confirm. So it just wouldn't agree to register with the DMV or anything like that anymore, so not really functional. I don't know if it was a hardware issue or a software issue. And then, of course, recently my state switched over to proper internet instead of dial-up for these machines, so this thing is no longer particularly useful to anyone. I was talking to the shop owner about it, and he's like, yeah, okay, get rid of it. So I now possess it, which leads to the question of why. Around back of the machine, we have various compartments for customizability. I don't know if anything would ever go down here. It might be if you're connecting to like a rolling road or dyno or whatever you want to call it. This is where a gas analyzer would go for a sniffer test. My state stopped requiring that ages and ages and ages ago, so this has been vacant for a decade and a half. And this up here is the reason that I agreed to take this machine, because this is just, I think, an ATX PC case. So yes, I intend to clean all of this nonsense out and build a proper modern computer in this ridiculous case that has shelving. And yeah, this thing is enormous. That was not something I really thought of. I work around a similar machine every day, so I'm like, yeah, I know exactly how big it is, and then I get it into the room and it's like, oh my gosh, it's halfway up the window. Oh dear, what have I done? I've cleaned most of this up as best I can with disinfectant and whatnot. The only thing I have not actually cleaned is the actual computer cassette itself, because that's going to need to be taken apart. You can see in there that this was a lovely working machine for 20-something years before it started having issues. Yeah, this is going to be fun. So, I want to see if we can get a spark of life out of this. So first, I'm going to tear it down a bit and remove all of the extremely specialist cards that I do not need, because this is no longer an inspection terminal. The hard drive has already been taken out of it and returned to the shop, because I'm not particularly interested in running Windows 95, thank you. And of course, the hard drive was of questionable nature anyway. So that should lift out. Put the screw back there for safekeeping. Theoretically. Was any of that on camera? No. Okay, good. Well, the good news is I'm working this way, so it'll get more on camera and then less on camera as I go along. Let's see, so what is this thing? This wasn't even actually in a PCIe slot. It says environmental products, worldwide environmental products on it. So I'm guessing this is something specific to being an inspection terminal. Probably an interface board to the gas analyzer that isn't here anymore. Go away. Go away. Alright, now I can actually put it on screen. IO serial 2. No idea. Oh, it has a battery connector. A lot of transistors and LEDs on it. I would assume this is an interface to the gas analyzer. Let's see. Where does this other cable go? It's tied around something. Good. You wouldn't want it to not be tied around something. Okay, so it's this cable over here. Ow. Okay, so the cable off of that one leads to just this board that is also not connected to a PCI slot. Come on. They were really worried about this coming loose. There we go. So let's see if we can figure out what this is. Where does this go? That goes there. A barcode scanner. Okay. And this is plugged into USB. I think this might be some sort of serial interface for like computers made after 1855. Nah, that's a joke. Don't start telling me. I know this is like a 2005. But where did I put my screwdriver? Where did I put my screwdriver? Ah, the banana man has it. Okay, so I do not have a barcode scanner for this anymore anyway. So yeah, that can be disconnected. I'm saving these screws. Yep. Yeah, that looks a bit more modern. Copyright 2001 though. Probably not. Oh, yep. USB serial adapter. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it needs the worst flathead. Okay, let's see. All of this is also like seized up, so if anything breaks, I'm doing my best, okay? Is that enough? No, these things are never happy. Come on. Working in shadow off camera. Come on. Ugh. That's still really not enough screw for these to come out. No, that's moving freely. That one's not. Alright, let go. Let go. There we go. So, USB serial interface with a floppy board. That comes off. Making progress. Soon we'll have all the weird crap out of this thing. Let's see. Back to Phillips heads. Let's see, is that actually in a PCIe slot? I think that is. That appears to be a dial-up board. At least that's the only thing coming off of it is a cable that appears to be going to the dial-up internet socket on the back. There we go. What are you? US Robotics. Were they one of the people from Fallout or one of the people from Asimov stuff. I don't know. U.S. robotics, no matter. What does it say? It says nothing, but it just has a phone line connect on the back, so it's got to be the board for the dial-up. Come on, little guy. Go back into the... Go. Do the thing. Do something. Okay. Let's move this aside. There's a growing pile. All right. There we go. I am entertained that the power supply in this is just a normal, like, non-modular PC power supply. Just thermal take for the win. Okay. There's a screw out of whatever this is. It's not actually connected to a slot. It's just chilling out. Vetronics? I don't know, let's get it out of here and look. It has an LED on it. And a barrel jack. Why does it have a barrel jack? Whatever. That's fine. There we go. And that's interesting. So this is wired to a button on the back that says reset. Like hardwired to it. And then zip tied to a Molex connector. What are you? I don't know. 2004. I'm like 95% sure I don't need this. Okay, so again, I'm like 95% sure I don't need this board. If I do end up needing it, there's a soldering station like 20 feet away from here. It's fine. That cuts perfectly. That comes loose. And whatever the crap this thing is now out of here. I still have absolutely no idea what it is. It's probably some sort of adapter between these, I would guess. Although the reset button makes me concerned that it does something else, but that's gone. Let's see. I can tuck that out of the way. What does that go to? That goes to OBD2. Oh, would that have been the board for the cable for the data link connector? I bet that's what it was. Well, it's gone now. As I suspected, I very much do not need it. Let's see, move these guys out the way. And then we're left with... Is that not in there? What? Okay. So this may not really be connected per se. Oop, oop, screw. I need to keep all the screws. I don't have any more screws. I just realized I didn't keep the screws for the hard drive, so that's gonna be fun. Let's get this power supply out of here. And maybe we'll be able to see something. Okay. Of course, all of this needs to come apart for cleaning realistically anyway. Let's see, unplug that. probably. Maybe we don't want that flying around the room. Big guy. Ugh. Yep, that's a connector that's been in place for 20 years. Let's see, that's disconnected, that's disconnected. Let's get this one. So this now pops out of here. Okay. And then we have just the mass of all the weird adapter cables. The motherboard, which is a little nasty, and I don't think it's really held in there by anything. We'll get the IDE cable out for the hard drive. Should probably clean that, because it is filthy. Oh no. Okay. That's over there now. Let me take a look here. I would love to get the motherboard out, because it is nasty. I think, yeah, there was no graphics card, so it's using whatever onboard graphics this 20-year-old Intel chip has. That's fine, that works. I mean, it's not going to work much longer. So what's holding you down? Yeah. Okay, there's one screw. I found it. Okay. And there we go. Yep, there's only one standoff in here. Well, good. It's great to see. I'll put the motherboard somewhere safe. It is nasty. Now we can work on getting some of these weird freaking cables out of here and generally just cleaning this. Ah, there's one already out. Let's see. I mean, funky. What is that going to? Barcode scanner. Yeah, no, fuck. I don't care. Where's the... Not interested. Good day. I said good day. Ah. What's this? That's... yeah, that's, when the sniffer tests were being done, you had to, I guess, hold the engine at a specific RPM for a certain amount of time first, and then it would take a sample. This is connected to what would go out to the engine to get a tax signal. Not anymore, of course. Oh, that is the range switch that makes it not work when the cassette is partially out. I'm calling this a cassette. Deal with it. Let's see. What else we got in here? What is... It's nasty, whatever it is. Let's just go away. This is nasty, whatever it is. Weird dog, man. Why are you cutting up all this wiring that was doubtless very expensive when it was new? Look at the filth. No, we're not keeping this. All of this is coming out. I'm cleaning it. Any of it that's necessary is going back. I think I can save this phone line cable here. Come on. I know you want to do this. Got some pliers on the other side, and that's not really doing it, really. No, okay. There we go. Out of the way. Let's see, that is what would be the power button, so we're holding on to that. Sounds like the washing machine's doing great somewhere. This is another candidate for the power button. Let's keep those two. Now does this come out? I kind of... It's different at either end. I don't want to cut that. It may be that an appropriately sized wrench, I can get that out of there. Let's see. Let's see. I got the two smallest sockets out of my That one's working. That size was a 3/16. If you get that as an answer on a math test, you have done something wrong, but here it is the correct answer. Okay, we're carefully reassembling. Plenty of crud coming off of it, great. That is the wrong socket. Where did the other one go? There it is. There we go. Lovingly reassembled. And now that can go over there. Okay. Who's next? Right, that is the range switch, which I'm emphatically not interested in. Maybe I can disconnect the switch from the housing. Nope. It's a different size. Of course it does. Is any of this on camera? Probably. That is the range switch taken care of. Just look at all that beautiful spider crunch attached to it. Yeah. Do I want to keep the screws? Maybe they'll go on the hard drive or something. Okay. So this is pretty much as apart as it's going to reasonably get. Oh, I forgot about that guy, didn't I? Botanical scissors. I need your help. There we go. I'm not even going to look at it. Go away. All right. So we have this about done. As stripped as it's going to get. Let's move this aside and check out the motherboard. So now we have an easier part. Let's see what the hell this is. So let's see. Let's look at that RAM. does it say? I am not seeing anything on there as far as the spec goes. I have no idea. It could be megabytes, it could be gigabytes, I have no clue. However, it is very crunchy and old, so that's fine, we can leave that there. Do I have more thermal paste? Maybe? Let's take the cooler off and see what kind of CPU we're working with here. That is... Okay, they lift up. Alright. Theoretically. This thing sucks. Was that one supposed to lift up? Let's get that connector in there. Yeah. This fan is like trash. Like, why does it... No. Are there any hints in the back? I think they do actually just pull up. I hate that. I'd like to opt out of that if possible. Oh, everyone's favorite part of the car is those horrible plastic fake rivets that just break off and you try to remove them. Let's make them part of a CPU cooler. People will love that. What the fuck? What? This needs closer examination. Okay, so there is like a lip over there. Okay, that is up now. So it turns a bit. Eventually it gets past that, and then it pops. Ugh. Ugh. I hate that. Okay. Hello? Okay, that one came loose. Very good. That one came loose. There we go. Despite that extremely violent release, that is off of there. I hate that cooler. Let's see, what do we got going on here? The thermal paste is just a powder. Let me get some isopropyl here. We must work quickly. That is isopropyl alcohol in a cardboard cup. My experiments with drinking scotch in a cheap hotel room out of paper cups leads me to suspect this will eventually melt. So let's hurry. Let's see, it's melting. Great. That's what you want from your thermal paste, for it to have to melt before you can... Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's see. That's mostly got it. Let's see. Intel Pentium 4, 2.8 gigahertz. I was about to look it up on my phone. My phone is the camera. One moment. If it's Pentium 4 submodel with an F, it might be 64-bit. But it looks like it's probably a single core 32-bit. I'm not sure it says on there. It's probably a 32-bit single core. I had initial plans of sort of setting this back up and running like Linux on it of some kind. But I don't know if I have any that I prefer to use that are freaking 32-bit. I'm just gonna do some cleaning off camera. If you would rather have seen the cleaning, go ahead and comment about how you would rather have seen the cleaning. Okay. So we got the motherboard here. Let me get this screw out of the standoff. The one standoff. Let's see, that should line up there. It doesn't really. Where? I mean, all of that theoretically lines up with the I/O shield. Hang on, let me futz with this. Everything's got to be like this, yeah? Why does that not want to line up? Because both of those were in use, so that... I see. Okay. So we have that. And that is in there as securely as it was when I got it. Okay. I figured out the RAM that came out of it is a single gigabyte of DDR2. That's... no. I have found instead 2 gigabytes of DDR2. Does this thing even have like a dual channel memory capability? I would doubt it. It probably just does what it does. I do think it is probably 64-bit, so that's good. We might be able to get something running on this. Maybe. Do I have enough thermal paste? Probably not. But we can certainly try. I got thermal paste all over that. Now that should be more than enough. Yeah, that's fine. This thing is not going to be a performance machine. So just enough is all we're looking for. Like, for example, one of the most idiotic fastening systems ever has had one of its pins break off. I think it'll be fine. I think it's probably got more than it needs, right? Oh, god damn, I wish they just had a real... Okay, I may not be able to build this just because this cooler is so bad. There is a strong chance. Because just someone really should have looked at this and said, no, we're not building that. should just go. Why is it not just going? What is it doing instead? My hair's in the way. Okay. That moved. It probably just broke, but it moved. How about this idiot pin? There's all sorts of reasons to go with aftermarket coolers. It never occurred to me it would be because it's not a pile of crap. Because this is the Intel stock cooler. This is what came with this CPU, probably. This is what they expect you to use. I think it is on there. It's at least on there enough, I think. Looks like it has to go that way. Yeah, there we go. Now it just goes in. Okay. Alright, we got the RAM, we got the cooler that's terrible. I want to use the VGA monitor that came with it, and I have this, which says NVIDIA on the back, so I guess it's a graphics card. Yeah. So we'll pop that on there and see if that does anything. So that's a problem I didn't anticipate. How do? Are these not PCIe slots? Are these some other nonsense that doesn't need to exist? Alright. Okay, we're gonna continue to be on the no GPU crew. Let's get this sketchy motherfucker in here. Luckily it has screws in it, so we may be able to mount it in the designated area. Come on. Somebody put some torque on these things, I tell you. Let's see, so I guess we want it to go this way. And we're going to aim for the upper set of screw holes because the bottom has the ground in it. Ah, yeah. Oh, she's a good one. I'm just going to lightly attach on this side. Are there... So that sucks. Hang on. I'm not seeing another screw hole. Oh, no, oh, there. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. So now, which end is which? Does it matter? I mean, I assume it matters. One is blue and one is black. Let's just try. If this doesn't work, it's one of 70 or 80 reasons it might not work. So that seems like it should be going in. Maybe that's how you tell this is the wrong end? Let's try the other one. Oh. Yeah, that went in immediately. Okay, so I think it only goes in one way. Okay, that's connected. All right. RAM, hard drive. All right. Yeah, it was up, right? Come on. Yeah. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Pardon me, Banana Man. So that should be on there. Tighten up the hard drive screws because it's in place now. None of this needs to be too tight. Just a little bit. Okay. Now, the big boy goes there. I remember that. Okay, it clicked. That's a good sign. Let's see, and then there's like a 4-pin somewhere. I thought that's probably it there. The motherboard has a little spot for that guy to go. Yeah, effortless, so presumably that is where it goes. Should be ready to go. Let's find out. Alright, so got it in there. I ended up connecting power to the hard drive because I remembered that's a thing. And I've, as far as I can tell, connected the power on switch to the right place. Let's give this a try. Okay, so I've got it turned around. I've got power cable connected. So let me just... Okay, there's electricity. I need to get to the back and press the A button. It doesn't like being moved while that fan is running. Any signs? No? Maybe it's the reset button. Is there any signs of life out of the board? No. No. Okay, so that's not where the power connector goes, I don't think. Alright. Good attempt. Okay, I found the manual for the motherboard, and I think I was connected to where the limit switch goes. I called it a range switch earlier. I don't know what a range switch is. It's not. It's the limit switch. I think now we should be able to get some sort of life out of this. Contact. That fan you're hearing is 120 volts AC. I think it's like a server fan. You may have to have it not be that. So let's try. Let's give it a try. I heard something. The fan's trying to spin. I saw it. The fan is spinning. All the cable's gonna fall into it. It's spinning. Nothing's happening on the screen. It sounds like it's very upset. Let's, yeah, I think it's boot looping, but it doesn't have anything to boot off of, so, okay. Surprised it's not doing anything at all on the screen. Let's shut this off. Let's hit try, because that won't wipe the drive yet. We'll see if it'll even run this thing. I'm betting it won't. Like, I would bet a lot of money it won't. But it's an install disk I have just laying around, so, we'll see. I'm okay. I'm alright. I wonder if the badly installed CPU heatsink is just going to kill this thing before it even does anything. Something happening. What does that mean? Hang on. I need to read this. Let's see, it doesn't look like it likes this system. Does enter do anything? No. Alright, well, we tried. Okay. Yeah, I think that I broke the CPU cooler too much for it to be useful anymore. So yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do with these boards. Yeah. Alright, so notes after that video. I said in the video that I believed the processor in that board is a 32-bit because it doesn't seem to want to address more than 1 gigabyte. 32-bit should be able to address like 4 gigabytes without digital trickery, so that's not going to be it. Safer bet is that either I broke this memory stick, which it doesn't look like it, or maybe there was some cost cutting on the board, which I don't think there was, or the board was broken, because there was only one stick in it when I got it. Maybe this has been a known issue for a decade. I don't know. And let's see. The other note. This is not any kind of PCIe. It's not PCI. It is apparently AGP. I actually looked for adapters to see if you could fit it to anything modern, and that doesn't look like it's a thing, so yeah, no. Alright, that goes in the e-waste pile. I have purchased some parts to build a modern computer in there. It does look like it'll probably fit an ATX board, even though that one that's in there is, I think, MATX. We'll see. I have Dremels. I have drill bits. I'm sure we can sort that out. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice evening. Consider liking and subscribing.